The stories shared on the Busy Baddies are submitted by real listeners and are intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. To protect the privacy of everyone involved, all names, companies, and identifying details have been changed or omitted. Any resemblance to real people or events are purely coincidental. We believe in keeping it real while keeping it respectful. Thank you for sharing your experiences and for trusting us to spill the tea with care. This isn't about busy work, it's about power, proximity, and what really happens behind the scenes.
Welcome to the Busy Baddies, where assistants speak freely, boundaries get tested, and professionalism meets real life. I'm Michelle, EA to a Fortune 150 female CEO breaking glass ceilings. And plot twist, she's back!
And I'm Mel. That's right. I'm back in the EA seat supporting another CEO, making power moves, and creating space at the table for all of my people. And in season 2, we're saying the things you've only ever said to your work bestie.
We're bringing bigger stories, bolder takes, and the real talk that keeps this community thriving.
Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back. Good to talk to you guys again.
Yeah.
How's it been going?
It's I'm stoked that we're kind of getting back from our spring break. I don't want to say, yeah. I was gonna say hiatus,
spring break.
Yeah, extended spring break and ready to get into the warmer months.
Yeah. I think the weather's going to be warming up. So, well, if you're in Indiana, you know it's been like 80 and then 40 and then 70 and then 50. So
Yeah.
It's kind of been all over the place. But.
Yeah, I took a picture because I went to go get some flowers and stuff, and I sent a picture to my brother, and he said it was snowing.
Are you serious?
In Michigan. And I was like, what?
Wow.
I didn't know if he was joking with me or if he was serious, but
I hope not.
It's pretty chilly here in Indianapolis, so
yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's
No.
snowing. I mean, they've had flooding and all of this crazy water with all the rain and stuff. So
I feel like the weather has got crazier as I've got older. Like I always remember really consistent seasons, and now I feel like it goes from like Game of Thrones at the wall winters to hot as balls summer where it's like
we had hot as balls winter.
Yes.
I mean here.
Yeah, it's just
we
been like
some
all
warm
over the
February days, which is crazy.
Because it's like I'm a seasonal girl. That's why I live in Indiana. Like I love the transition. I like the, you get a little bit of a warm up. Things start to get green, but it's like there has been no differentiation of seasons as of late.
No.
So drop us a line and let us know what the season's like are with you, or if you're a person who lives in Florida and just
screw you.
Yeah. But today
just
we
rub
have
it in.
Yeah, exactly. Today we have a fun topic. We're going to talk about, just Hollywood and how a lot of times they show assistants as background characters, but we all know that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, when we were kind of spitballing topics and we mentioned, movie admins, I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so fun to talk about. Yeah. There's so many good ones.
Yes.
And then at the same time, we could probably use more movies with admins in them.
Yeah, and the idea came from the second version of The Devil Wears Prada coming out.
Yeah.
May 1st.
Yep.
Which super excited about that. And if you are following the Right Hand Network, which we dropped kind of a little bit of info about last week in our episode, if you're following that, there's a poll out there for people who would like to go see the movie like live and in person all together.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, go follow and join the Right Hand Network.
Yeah.
And
And join us. I mean,
Yes.
what better fun
Oh my gosh.
than getting a group of us
Yes.
watching one of the most iconic
Yes.
admin roles to date. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the movie's going to be great.
Agreed. Yeah, and my husband, who does not like to have fun, thoroughly enjoyed that first movie. I remember
did he?
we went to go see it with another couple, and he thought it was one of the funniest movies. Like, it's one that you can just play on repeat.
Oh yeah, and at
so
any time it's on, I certainly watch it, no matter if it's halfway through and I've fumbled
fumbled
across it. I will watch it. It's just too good.
Yeah, and so just to kick things off, we were thinking about, and even putting the episode together, thinking through like movies that include assistants, because I feel like there's way more. Devil Wears Prada is probably one of the most well-known, and Michelle discovered a couple that she had never seen, which kind of brings me to the icebreaker.
You're gonna out me, and there's so many people gonna be like, what the hell do you mean you've not seen this movie?
I know. So if you are an assistant, what movie assistant would you relate to most, and why?
So you're asking me? Okay, so I love Suits.
Okay.
So I'm going with Donna, although I can't say I'm at the Donna level.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna say it, that I don't have maybe like the balls that she had.
Right.
And I would say that my leader probably there's not a reason for me to go full-blown Donna,
right?
I guess is the way I'd put it.
I mean, I think we all have like an inner Donna.
Yeah, for sure.
I think mine would probably be Dora Lee on 9 to 5.
Okay.
Which is a hilarious movie for anybody who's not seen it. And I want people, when we post about this episode, to go into the comments and drop what famous movie assistant you relate to and why.
Yeah.
So anybody who hasn't seen, I do not have Dolly Parton's breasts, sadly.
Or her blonde hair.
No. So I think I identify with her because she was like kind and loyal, often got misjudged because of her glamorous appearance, which that has nothing to do with me. But
yeah,
I think a lot of times is the role we get misjudged. So I think I identify with that.
And I would say even, not to interrupt, but even in years prior, I think the looks was a very big part of an admin role.
Agreed.
Which, thank goodness, that has not, continued.
Agreed. Yeah, and I think just the overall, like, she loved to have fun, loved to make, good times with her girlfriends, loyal to a fault. I could see me doing what she does in the movie, which is like her and 2 other women kidnap their boss, hold him hostage in like this house, and like, so it's just like it's something that I would relate to probably, because if somebody pissed me off bad enough, I may do something crazy like that. But it was it's a good movie, highly recommend, but would love to know what everybody relates to as far as a character.
Yeah, and if or if you don't feel you relate, who would you most want to be like?
Yes.
So we'll take any feedback, any comments.
Agreed.
And I guess kind of leave it open for all of you to kind of chime in, and even if you've seen a movie that's got not even I guess a true admin, but maybe a partner in crime, like think of Batman and Robin.
Absolutely.
Any of those things.
Yeah, because I feel like assistants come in different, ways. I think the ones that we're giving examples of would be more of like the true assistant. And even then it's not portrayed accurately, I don't think. But yeah, it's just funny to me how Hollywood can just get it so wrong,
Yeah.
which in my opinion continues the stereotype
Yeah.
of what the role is and what we actually do.
Yeah. No, I remember one of the episodes of Suits where it was, I think, maybe Donna's birthday or Christmas maybe, and she just took her boss's credit card and like just went and got her own gift, and I was like, oh man,
he's not going to do it anyway. I may as well just do it myself.
That's right. I was like, oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. There might be some questions that come with that later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, so thinking through like what movies get wrong about the assistant role in your opinion. Like, is there anything that you can think of in famous type of movies, I would say?
I mean, I obviously think that they're a little exaggerated.
I do too.
So I would say the biggest thing that I've probably noticed is like the lack of boundaries.
Yeah.
Because I think they're playing a role, right?
Sure.
They're hyping it up and glamorizing it. And so I'll just continue with Suits, but it's almost like Donna just was never not working, I guess. Right. And
like it was her whole life.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I don't, in the movie, I mean, she wasn't married, didn't have kids. And so I don't think that's as true to character.
True.
That it was just her whole life and was completely absorbed.
Yeah, which to me, if you're an executive who's young and never had an assistant, and that's your first exposure to what an assistant and a boss relationship looks like, you could really misunderstand.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, that, I do not want that job. No way.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's too where it's kind of like the news. You have to take what it is that you want to get from it and digest and turn into it what you will. But it's like, that's not real accurate. I would agree with that.
Yeah. And I mean, even in The Devil Wears Prada, that's the same thing with Andy. I mean,
the unrealistic expectations of a hurricane moving through Miami. So I'm anxious to see in the second one, given what she went through in the first movie, is it going to gear more towards the strategic partner that we are?
Yeah.
Like, what is her level up in this movie, or is she kind of at the same stagnant place?
Yeah, I mean, it ruined her relationship.
Absolutely.
And just really kind of took over her life.
Yep.
And I'm sure that in some, I guess, industries that is very much accurate, and I'm sure probably in the fashion industry it is.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of one of those things where, well, if you aren't going to do it, there's 10 others dying to be in your position.
Absolutely.
But I think that only, I guess, works for certain people.
Yeah.
And I would hate to say that, well, if fashion is your dream, you have to give up a partner, kids, all of those things, because that's really a shame.
Yeah.
If, that industry, you can't feel like you are allowed to have a life.
Yeah, which I think that is a really interesting perspective. And it kind of brings me to, I oftentimes feel like sometimes people are really bad about using the assistant role as an entry position to go somewhere else in the company, which to me is like, you're kind of keeping someone else out of that seat who really truly wants to be a career assistant, and you've knocked someone out just to, and I even had a conversation the last couple of weeks in some one-on-ones where people are like, we're tired of people coming in to be an assistant just to get their foot in the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never really thought about it that way. But to your point, like, if fashion is your passion and that's the only way that you can get in, then that's what you're going to do.
Well, yeah. And I mean, to that same point you just mentioned, I mean, even where I work, like the admin job is very much like that open door,
Yep.
like first step in. I don't want to say it's the easiest to
Sure.
get in, but we have lots of different levels of admins.
Right.
But many of them start in an admin
Yep.
role, and then they're like, okay, I'm in.
Yep.
Now, how do I move,
Mhm.
and what's my next job? And, you know, they may not even be in the role 3 months, and they're
Right.
already
Yeah.
trying to figure out what's next.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for those that do have the passion to
Mhm.
be an assistant and
Yep.
really grow in that role,
Yep.
that's a good point.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
For sure. So, lots of, I guess, similarities
Mhm.
that some movie admins have
Absolutely.
played.
Yep.
I think still they run the show behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
They manage relationships, not just tasks.
Yep.
You know, they're trusted confidants.
Absolutely.
They translate vision into execution. I mean, we
Mhm.
could go on and on. So I do think that Hollywood has done a really good job for at least some of those areas
Right.
of the role.
Yes, agreed. And I think places where it's fallen short, to your point, where the assistant was the first impression of visitors, employees, whatever it is, I think they tend to sensationalize the glamour part of it, the
Mhm.
wardrobe, how nice the offices are. Because I can tell you, 9 times out of 10, if I'm working from home, I look like a complete crackhead. So, you know, the wardrobe, the makeup, and all that stuff is not that fancy. And even in the office now, I feel like since COVID, a lot of places have went to, you know, jeans and a nice shirt.
Yeah, a little more casual.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting how they always depict of like, you have to be dressed to the nine, you have to look this way. I think we also, to this point, can sometimes be portrayed as having like unlimited authority.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I think you always want people to think you have more authority than what you actually do.
Yes.
That's like your currency. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's a flex is what I like to call it. Like, that's
for sure. Whether you want it or
yes.
not, whether you realize that other
Yeah.
people automatically put
Yes.
you in that, like,
yes.
position is still to this day, you know, going on 4 years.
Mhm.
It's just crazy to me that people are like, what do you mean you can do that? I'm like, what?
Yes, I can.
If you say so.
Yeah. And then I think with Devil Wears Prada and a couple other movies that we had listed, which we'll kind of go through the list of movies in case people have not got to see these or they didn't even know they were out there. But I think some of them tend to get it right when it comes to the workload looking cleaner and less chaotic than it actually is.
Yeah.
Because I think Devil Wears Prada, that's kind of the pace that it moves of like the phone is ringing off the hook. You're trying to answer emails. You're going to pick up a steak.
Yeah.
She wants coffee at 3. Like there's some people that you work for that is a reality.
That is so true.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think depending on what movie you're talking about,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That you're almost like, well, gosh, that looks like a piece of cake,
yeah.
you know?
No,
yeah.
It's not.
All right. So speaking of the movie admins, you know, we started a list. I'm sure some of these you've all heard of, some maybe not. So let's get into it. I mean, obviously, Devil Wears Prada. You
Absolutely.
know, we've mentioned it. We've already talked about it. Same with Suits.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Okay, so this next one, I tell you what, like, I
have not seen this one, so.
Okay, so, I mean, so we're speaking of scandal. So, you know, Olivia Pope, what a total icon. And so in this series, I mean, she's not an admin, right? But she's like the fixer, or like the cleanup, whatever. And, you know, it's based in DC. And I mean, it was incredible You have to watch it.
I'll have to watch it.
I kind of feel like, 9 to 5 that I've never seen.
Yeah.
So you have to watch Scandal.
Yes.
I have to watch 9 to 5.
Yeah. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter Said.
Oh
Same
my
thing.
God,
Like that's
Sue
like
Ellen.
yeah.
Talk about taking me right back to I don't know, probably like being 12.
Yes.
And I wanted to do what she did so bad, although I had no idea like what it was.
Right.
And she didn't know what the hell she was supposed to do. So, she like applies for this job, gets it, and then has no freaking clue. And she used her network and just, being nice and delegating. I mean,
before baddies were even a thing.
So freaking cool.
The Proposal, which I feel like everybody knows this one, but not sure I would ever want to marry one of the bosses that I've worked for. Like, ew, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, definitely. But and I guess for this specific movie, I wish they kind of went into more of like the job stuff, right? I mean, that just wasn't what the movie was all about. But he was, in fact, her assistant. So
a very battered, abused assistant. Set It Up, which when we were trying to find assistant movies, neither one of us had ever heard of this one. It's on Netflix.
Yep.
About two assistants who set up their bosses.
Yeah.
So it looks really cute. Can't wait to watch that one and add to my playlist.
Yeah. Younger. So this admin,
not seen this one either.
Yeah, so they play an admin to a publicist.
Okay.
So it's really nice also that this list that we're kind of going through, like the jobs are all different, the industries are different, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, 9 to 5. You've probably heard of this one. Some of my friends out there, and some who have not. It's a very old school.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think it was late 80s, maybe. Hilarious. It's a must-see just at least one time to say that you saw it. Working Girl with, is it Harrison Ford and Melanie Griffith? Yeah, that's a really cute movie too.
The Intern.
It's such a cute movie.
I have not seen that.
This is Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway.
Oh, another Anne Hathaway.
Robert De Niro's wife passes away and he applies for this assistant job. And Anne Hathaway has her own like e-commerce type building, or not building, business. Such a cute show. And she ends up like endearing him. And at first she's like, oh my God, he's this old guy. Like, what's he going to do for me? Really good show. Really highly recommend it.
Okay.
And then the most diabolical of all.
So this came out last year?
I think
maybe?
So. Last year, the year before, maybe.
Yeah. Oh gosh. This is on like the worst admin.
Yes.
So this was on Netflix.
Yes.
I think so. Sirens.
Yes.
Juliana Moore.
Yes. Kevin Bacon.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about the creepiest admin relationship with the boss, and then they just like go a step farther and then a step farther, and then by the end you're like, what the hell did I just watch?
Exactly. And it's one of those ones that it's like, it's so over the line in so many ways, and it's like they live with you. You tell them how to dress.
Yeah.
I mean, like all these crazy things. Like it's a series, but it's definitely worth the watch because you're going to be like, man, I got it made.
Well, and this also is more of like a personal assistant versus a work one. And so even like personal assistants, I feel like there's even way more.
There's a boundary that you don't cross.
Yeah. Like just
this one was diabolic. So maybe put this at the at the finisher where you're like, woof, that was, or start with it.
Yeah, and then just know that everything will get better
Goes
from
up
there.
from there. But
so if we missed any, or if you have some, drop them in the comments so we can add them to our watch list. Even like books. You know, I'm a new reader. I've now all of my great friends are readers, and then I'm like getting FOMO over here because I'm not a reader. And then picked up Verity. Because you know you said it was one to just really bring me in, and so so now I'm officially a reader.
I love it. So now we can do a baddie book club.
Now we can do a baddie book club because both baddies are now readers. So even if there's books, which we haven't tapped into at all, but if there's some books
there's some really good books out there
with admins in them.
The last one that I read, I doubt I can make it through my Goodreads fast enough, but there's so many good books out there when it comes to admins. You know, gosh, I know, like we've mentioned Jeremy Burroughs before with The Leader Assistant. That's a real popular one. If you like a little bit more controversial, he's hilarious. He's fun to even follow on LinkedIn. His name is Phoenix Normand. He has a book called As I See It, which was really good. The last assistant book that I read was Buried in Business by Jamie Vanek. Apologize if I,
butchered the name,
but it's Find Freedom by Unlocking the Power of Your Admin Team. It was a very good book. I have also read, trying to think of some of the last ones that I've read.
You can tell who the OG reader
is. There's just so many good admin books. Trying to look through my list here real quick so that I don't miss any that are really good for you guys. The Founder and the Force Multiplier is a good one. That's written by a chief of staff is who she is now. But there's so many good assistant books out there.
Yeah. We'll start a thread on the Right Hand Network. For good recommendations for admins. And if you have one, drop it. If you've written one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely promote that.
Send us a copy. We'll read it. We'll talk about it. And we can probably even start a Goodreads account for the Biz-y Baddies.
Oh, I love
and
that.
Just put everybody's ideas out there on the list. But I mean, with this job comes the need for a lot of downtime, a lot of decompressing. I think books and movies is a great way to do that. And it's so relatable. And I think that it's wonderful. I wish that we had more movies that was about assistants. Because I think it's such an it's just misunderstood, underappreciated, misconstrued position. Like you don't see electricians doing plumbing jobs in movies. Like, it's like, okay, like, can we get this right? So, I think that these are good movies to start with, but I love to watch movies about assistants. So drop in the comments any of them that I know that we had to have missed a ton of them.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, we haven't even mentioned Pepper Potts.
True.
In Iron Man. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Ended up being the love interest. Like, why are they portraying that we all like sleep with our boss? But well, hope you guys enjoy some of these. Hopefully you found new little nuggets of books or movies or titles, or maybe it's something fun that you can do in your next staff meeting even. Talk about movies or just watch a movie together all at somebody's house.
I love it. And then we're gonna have information on The Devil Wears Prada 2. What theater, what time. I'm guessing probably a Sunday afternoon,
I would imagine.
Just so everybody can do their things on the weekend, and then
watch it with us.
A lovely movie that we can laugh about. We can put ourselves in their shoes. Looking forward to it.
Same. You guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
That's it for us today, bringing order to corporate chaos.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that follow button.
Yours truly, Melissa,
And Michelle,
the
the
Busy
Busy
Baddies.
Baddies.